What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle in the next episode of Solus Project. My name is Splattercat. Very happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and explore a forbidden planet. Well, it was forbidden until we launched ourselves in flame onto its surface. And so now it is very much open for experiencing. I decided I was going to come back to the cave. Also, my save kind of rolled back the day a little bit. We got way out there, but it started to get a little bit chilly after I ended the episode, and I was like, well, maybe we should just hang out over here for a little while. I wanted to play around with the sleeping system, too. I do think we should eat some FUD, though. Let's go ahead and take this food can. Can I just, like, oh, I gotta drop it on the ground. Okay, put that can on the ground. Smack it with a pipe all around, or with a rock. That works, too. Yeah, we busted that can open. That can doesn't know us. Ew, that does not look delicious. It looks like ground-up finger in a can. Gnarly. Oh, well, 1,500 calories. And what does the empty can do? It's sharp and is junk. So what's the difference between the... See, the rock says that it can cut and it's heavy, but this one says sharp and junk. I assume that I can cut stuff with it. You can actually use the inside of a tin can to make all kinds of stuff if you're crafty enough with it. You can make fishing hooks, you can make cutting tools, you can make all kinds of good stuff out of tin cans. So in this survival situation, I'd probably hold on to them, although we would need something else to cut the can with and to form it. So it might be a little bit more complicated. Nighttime is here. We need to figure out... I think the temperature's going to be a little bit gnarly. Supposedly our torch burns forever. And so what I want to do... Oh, look at that. The deeper into the cave you get, the lower the temperature gets. That's weird. Okay, so you kind of want to be like right here before you go to sleep. Perfect. See, I knew this thing was good for something. Wilson, I knew there was a reason I didn't throw you against the wall the last time you started mouthing off to me. Wilson's got a mouth on him. He's duplicitous about it, too. He never does it on camera. It's always the second after you guys leave. Let's sleep for a while. I don't know, sleep for 4 hours? It said I can die in my sleep, which is a little horrifying, so hopefully that doesn't happen. I don't want to freeze to death. I also don't want to freeze to death. I like my hearing quite a bit, although it has been damaged by years and years and years in front of a monitor. Looks like that took us to about the middle of the night. This is scarily representative of the way my sleep schedule works. Yay, we got health back. We're at 600 health right now. Temperature's a little bit gnarly. Sleep quality is 72%. Oh, really? So it'll tell you what the quality will be? Alright, well, let's sleep for another 4 and see how we pop out. We're not going to starve, are we? Yeah, we got 1,800 calories left. We'll be perfectly fine. More sleeping for us. So I looked it up. I was actually kind of curious how long this was going to take us. I guess there's about 2 hours, 2.5 hours of gameplay in right now, so that's enough for 5 or 6 episodes. Oh my god, we are dehydrated. Alright, let's break out the water bottle. Glug, glug, glug. No, 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 no. Don't worry about it. We got plenty of water flowing in over here as well, although... As with all things, I would highly recommend if you've got the ability to generate fire, you should really think about boiling all of your water, especially if you're on a foreign planet where you don't really know what microbial life is in there. If you've never been to this planet before, I'm pretty sure a disease would get us long before anything else happens. I think we're solid, man. We're looking pretty good right now. How cold is it outside? Oh, it's the next day. Okay, we made it till morning. We survived our first night. Hooray for us, aren't we spiffy? Aren't we a stud? Break out the stud finder. It started beeping, so I'm assuming that we fit that criteria. That booster is still like doing its thing over there. Good for you, booster. Good for you. Let's continue our walk back over to where we were in the previous episode. The previous episode, we had crashed on the planet. We had received a transmission from our boss at the Proteus or the Promus or something. I don't know. There's another project that's monitoring all the Solus arcs that are taking the last humans to the planets that we're going to colonize now that the Earth has been destroyed by a big-ass rock. Yes, they thought we were going to run out of water. They thought mankind would be wiped out by a disease. They thought we would kill each other at war, but it turns out murdered by geology. Take that, all people who ever... Ooh, there's a cave over here. Should we go in? I think we should go in. Spider webs are flammable, by the way. I don't know if anybody's ever mentioned that. I don't know if there's things in this game that can kill me. The developers said that there's not any combat. That was done by sentience. That's a little concerning. Rocks don't stack themselves like that all alone. Unless we just, like, hit the statistical jackpot. Somebody stacked those up. It's a trail marker. What the hell is this? Oh, please tell me it's a laser cannon. A lost artifact, the ruthlessness of minority, upgrades all resistances. So apparently climate hunger and dehydration resistances have been increased by 1%. That's pretty cool. I don't know if it's a burial area or if they just hid the artifact. Apparently something else has lived here before. But yeah, spider webs are flammable. Trying to make a fire. I guess you could try and wad them up. I don't know. I've never given that one a go. What is this, right? Oh, got another little Deku nut thing. Sweet. I like eating Deku nut. I like touching Deku butt. Alright, so we'll eat that. Oh, that one wasn't nearly as delicious. Man, I suffered through that pine cone flavoring for nothing. Alright, plants. Sorry, I'm going to graze a little bit while I'm in your area. I don't mean to. It's not my desire. You know, you'd think there'd be a clock on this thing. It's got, like, everything but a clock. Must be one of those random oversights you get whenever you send a large team to work on something. I always forget the little shit. That's like the story of my life. I always forget the little stuff. Supposedly there's, like, secrets and, like, stuff hidden all over the place. So it may be worth it to look around for those, too. I don't know how frequently we're going to be able to locate stuff like that. But I was looking online, and it seems like people were discussing, like, secrets and, like, random little things they had found all throughout the map. Like, you can just jump. Oh, shit. I thought maybe I was about to fall off and die. Trying not to break my ankles. That becomes, like, a serious concern when you've got no medical help nearby. Oh, Christ. Good, we survived it. We only fell, like, 4 feet. Alright, we're working on it. It's a pretty big shell. Didn't they say I got resistances? How come it still says 0%? Maybe they're not implemented yet. Early access being what it is, it can be hard to tell. We don't want to get wet, I don't think. Or maybe that's a percent of us that's wet on that little thing. Maybe that's not humidity. I don't know. I don't see anything back here on this big old rock. Although I do like rock hopping when I'm in the ocean. That's a fun little hobby for me. Can you even count that as a hobby, though? Or is it just like a thing you do when you go to the beach? Either way, I like climbing shit. I can't help it. There. I'm going to rephrase. I really like climbing things and looking around. Since it's an exploration game, we're probably going to spend a considerable amount of time just wandering around looking for anything that might be useful. I don't see anything on that side of the rock. It's also possible that maybe items haven't fully been populated on the map either, so there might be areas where, like, later on once you're playing this game, because I'm playing this on release day, you might be playing this months and months and months from now after a couple of patches drop. There might be things in some of these areas that I'm exploring that will not be available to me that are now available to you. Ooh, another plant. Yes, please. Grazing. Grazing is actually a fantastic way to keep yourself just, like, topped off in real life. If you know how to locate, like, miner's lettuce or honeysuckle or anything like that, it's a useful skill. I would at least learn the botany around the area where you live. I mean, most people can identify, like, poison oak or poison ivy or sumac or whatever it is that you have in your area. I've noticed, like, every single area has their own version of, like, poisonous plant that makes you itchy and want to die. I'm just going to keep eating until my stomach's full. I think you top out at, like, 3,000 or 4,000 calories, so grazing is a useful skill, though. A lot of, like, that's how ancient hunter-gatherers used to get by. They would just graze while they were gathering and while they were hunting and whatnot. And that would add on, like, a couple hundred calories a day. Can I set this on fire? Burn! I have made fire! I am all that is man. That's kind of a little flame, though. It's a fire. It gives off heat and requires fuel. How do I put fuel in it? I wonder. I bet I could pick up, like, logs or something later on. Luckily, I don't think there's going to be a lot of wood chopping or anything in this game. What is this? The cargo manifest. Wilson PDA, 2 beacons, med packs, 2 backpacks, and a glow stick. Okay, so apparently somebody else has been rifling through things. What is this? Aids navigation and lasts forever. Does it do anything? What does it do? Gets dropped on the floor is what it do. I'll bring it along just because I'm that kind of person. And frankly, in this situation personally, I'd be grabbing onto everything imaginable to remind me of humanity. Loneliness is a real enemy in this situation. Another trail marker. And another... The Wrath of Utuku. Upgrades all resistances. Artifacts and special equipment from your ship will improve your attributes. Explore the world to find these upgrades and upgrade your abilities. In the stats menu, you can view your current upgrades. Inventory space, dive time, movement speed, health, falling damage, and climate resistances can all be upgraded. Cool. I didn't know we'd be swimming, so we're going to have a little bit of Subnautica in here too. That's pretty sweet. I actually like it when combat gets left out of games like this. Lets you focus on the more pure experience of just surviving. There's another little Deku nut thing over there. I'm gonna take that. Apparently this is what I was supposed to be doing. I don't know, the game didn't say that, so we've wandered into our objective. Hooray! For efficient exploring. What is this? Survival handbook. If your vessel has crashed, gather as many useful items as you can from the debris before moving out to safer grounds. Even the simplest items can be life-saving equipment when used correctly. Yeah, I've got a cave full of canned food and whatnot right now. I have a stupid amount of food back at the cave. When I was walking back, I found a few more cans and whatnot, just kind of like scattered underneath rocks and in random areas. I'm going to keep as much as I can in my tummy. Although Roughage does not do a good job of filling... What is this right here? It's a photo of somebody's dog. It's like some kind of mix. A little bit of a downer. I think the adventure would be better if we had a dog, though. Everybody loves dogs. Who doesn't want to bring a dog along? Find a way into the cave to investigate the sound. Okay, does the beacon assist with that? Like, what does the beacon do? Does it just add... Is there a way, like, nearby? This might take some doing. This might take some doing. I don't think there's anything around that way. It looks pretty safe with regards to options. Frankly, what I'd be worried about most in a situation like this is like appendicitis and other random... I mean, you're going to die here. That's the thing. You are marooned on a different planet. I don't even like that color. That's the thing. I don't even like that color. It's a little too harsh for me. I think it just adds that little readout thing right there to the top of my... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it does. It adds that little foot meter to the top of my Wilson. I do wish we had a clock, like seriously. Ooh, something just crashed. We have incoming. What is this? A Trojan oxygen tank. Man, those companies expand out into all kinds of goods once they start making money, don't they? I'm kind of interested to see what's on the islands now that I know we can dive and like swim and stuff like that. We'd want to do it earlier on in the day though. Oh, Christ. I thought it was done like falling from the sky, and apparently it was only midway through its journey. Keep an eye on your vital signs through the PDA. It's 83 degrees, so we don't have to worry about freezing to death. That's pretty good. He's firing missiles at us. Trying to survive on a desert planet. Now people are firing bolides at us. This is not fair. It's just not fair. Where's my missile? Where's my missile? Oh shit. What is this? Teleport device. Short range essential teleporter. So we can throw a disc to mark a location and then to teleport to return here. Oh. So the teleport device is under the T key. That makes sense. We've got an energy food. Alright. I'm going to assume that those are like... I went to a survival thing with my dad. Because he likes stuff like that too. And they were handing out these samples of like... It was essentially... It was like the same size as like an MRE. It was a package. But inside there was this big greasy brick that was chopped up into like bars basically, and there was 32 bars in one brick, and it's a survival brick, and each little like square that you eat every day has like 1,500 calories in it and a whole bunch of vitamin supplements and stuff like that. I didn't mention when I was talking to the guy, so I was like, are these vitamins that are soluble, or are these vitamins that you're just gonna piss out the second you eat this thing? Either way, it was food for your stomach though. It didn't taste none too good though, and kind of the consistency of like chaw or something. It was an odd product. I don't see that one being a bestseller, even though having one of those would keep you alive for a while, especially if you rationed it out. I mean, you only really need like 800 calories a day to keep on trucking. Like, yeah, your body's going to consume itself. 800 to 1,000. If you're doing a lot of physical activity, you probably want to bump it up to about 2,000. But considering each of the little things had 1,500 in it, I'd chop one in half and maybe eat one every 2 or 3 days. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Give yourself a couple of months to work with, you know what I mean? I don't know, being hungry. There's a whole lot worse things than being hungry. So what the hell is this thing right here? We can teleport. E to throw a disc. Okay. Oh. It's just got like an infinite amount of discs? Pressing the T key, but nothing. Maybe I have to be a certain distance away. Huh. Pressing the T key, but nothing's happening. Oh, you right click, okay. And it looks like it consumes the charge. Interesting. We can also use it as a light source. Never underestimate secondary effects. That'll be pretty sweet. Let me see if I can get in here now. Although it is getting kind of chilly. Oh, there it is. Got this now. Oh, that's what's up. Okay, I like that. A little bit of puzzle solving in there. We got a glow stick on this side. Emits light and is rare, so we should probably bring that with us. I will whip out a torch so that we have a little bit of illumination. This thing is an infinite light source, so I see no reason not to exploit it and use it. Carry enough supplies, a source of heat and light to explore caves. Does this like zone me into a different area? Because all my food is left behind. I'm a little nervous about that. Well, we got energy food, so that's cool. That'll work. I mean, we got something in our inventory right now. Yeah, it does. So this is going to be a zoned game. I had wondered about that if it was just going to be open world exploration. But it looks like it's open world, but there's also zones, so you can transfer in and out. Hopefully I can teleport myself back out of the cave once we get to the opposite side, too. I'm a little bit nervous about that. All in all, I don't want to wind up trapped. I love that load screen. How it's animated, it's got like music and stuff. I like that a lot. So our forward vector. Game has been saved. Sounds good to me. It looks like we don't have to keep the transmitter out. It looks like it functions regardless of whether or not it's in our hand. I always had that temptation to say irregardless, but oh my god. People flip out on the internet when you use the word irregardless. That is not a word that people like on the internet. They'll be like, that's not a word. And I'm like, but it's in the dictionary. It says uncommon, sure, but it's in the dictionary, and so obviously it's a word. But man, people get antsy about irregardless. Sometimes it's worth it to use irregardless just to annoy people and watch them twitch. The Cave of the Illuminated. Am I the Illuminated? Come forth, cave. I have come to seek your treasures. Bring them to me. There's an opening over there. We got sunlight. Got water on that side, so we got another water source available. That's also going to be very, very useful. I'm going to mark that in my mind for later. Meanwhile, I am almost positive that that drop is probably going to be fatal. You ever drop so hard it's fatal? That's a beat right there. When the beat drops so hard it's fatal. Insert gif of those goats that fall asleep whenever they're scared. I don't know if we can go down that way. It looks like you might be able to climb back up from there if we were to wager and hazard a go. Let's go to the cave mouth first, I guess. What's back here? Or is that where we came from? I'm trying to stay oriented right now. Okay, so that's where we came from. It's one of the big major things about going into unknown caves that can be a little bit risky. We've got glowing light stones in here. I thought that that was actually the end of the cave, but it's just a light stone. Okay. This cave seems to serpentine quite a bit. That's risky. You don't want to get lost inside something like this. Since we have like an infinite light source and a whole bunch of time, it's probably not too bad. Oh yeah, there's an artifact down there. So there's got to be a way we can get back up then. Or I could set a teleporter up here. We'll give that a go in just a minute here. Let's go around this way. And in so doing, we'll take that guy, we'll drop him right there, and you can teleport from wherever you are? Okay, good. That's all that I needed to know. So we can't fit through there. We're freezing to death, that's no fun. Ow. And there goes a chunk of health. Alright, so we'll get the torch back out. Apparently we squirt blood out of our eyeballs when we fall off cliffs. That's what I learned today in Solus Project. Oh, there it is. So what is this thing? The Relic of Life. Max health plus 25. Oh, cool. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. L is for our player stats. Oh, there it is right there. It updated on that page. Okay, so we've survived for 1 day on Glisa 6143. I think it's pronounced Glisa. I think I said Gleese in the last episode, but I think it's Glisa. I've heard that word before. I don't remember where I've heard somebody say it. Probably in a class somewhere or something. So now, break out this bad boy. Ah, the plan has worked. Hell yeah. Okay, perfect. Got ourselves back out of the pit. I fell into the pit. And our next plan is deciding which part of the cave we want to dive down into. However, that being said, I think I'm going to stop the episode right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me for the next episode of Solus Project. I will see you in the next episode. Bye, everybody. Hi-do.